Dis Maríomh Gael. Anocht tá Ghradaim déag le brunna ag Uachtarán an Chumann Lúthchleas Gael an sa I Pháirc an Chrócaigh. Sa nuair a chléige táach roing, tugad míad aitheantas dóibh siúd athá leis na blianta anuas tar éis a bheith gobar go crua san an Chumann Lúthchleas Gael. Seo iad na daoine a bhí nán ó machar maidin go dtí dénach sa tránóna. A déine na hibras sa chúlra don go is mó gan buachas a lorug nó a áil. The GAA's unique standing as a sporting body run primarily by volunteers is the reason we're here tonight. The 12 recipients of President's Awards do the work they do for the betterment of their clubs and their communities. For some, it's something they're born into. For others, it's a vocation they come to later on in life. But whatever route they've taken, this evening's event is an important step in thanking them for years of service. Nis cloisiid don na léachar se fad anocht a chu dúspóire chur míad fáilte ribanté a bhronnig na Gradam an sa anocht sin Uachtarán Chumann Lúthchleas Gael Aogán ó Fearghaill, Pháirc ó Ciara las ceanna CTG Cahar agus Patrick Fearghaill haar ceann AIB.
Gurmaig of a corja, cushta banish, buil cushta banishteachta, buil na hard corlia, agus a corja galer, kid mila falcherov Pháirc an Chrócaigh, though Gradam an Uachtarán gavila is a hook jeog, agus the sulagam gumuni shivalig, lan tahnyev as na hianta lucht. Sho can go war ihanta Chumann Lúthchleas Gael. Is a nucht a hugan muid ahantas mar a dúirt míhall do léachra an Chumann. Sinniad na daoine a bhí ag gobar, lé iní ag lé ag cór Chumann Lúthchleas Gael chun cín ina globanna agus ina gantracha héin. Agus a nucht faian siad ahantas agus tugann sé deis dúine buíochas a choranúil donna feidseoirí sin go léir. Bhailm buíochas agus fáilte a chór ribh Ordlinna, or globanna agus or garja go léir atá bailithe linn tonight. It is probably one of the keenest award nights that we have in Chumann Lúthchleas Gael. It's an opportunity for us to use that maybe sometimes overused phrase, but a true one, the unsung heroes of the GAA, the women and the men who promote our games, who referee our sports, who steward our pitches, and the people who look after, administer young people and never ever look for anything. They never have put their head around the door and said, is there anything in this for me? They're volunteers, they build the GAA, they've built it to what we are today with 750,000 members, almost 2,000 clubs in the island of Ireland and 465 clubs growing strongly around the world. So tonight is a special moment for us to be able to honour the representative sample of our clubs who will be coming here tonight, and particularly to congratulate them, but also to congratulate all of you. And I'm delighted tonight that in our representative sample you'll see all our sports, and you'll also see that the GAA extends all the way from Belfast to Buenos Aires, and it's nice that we have all of them and all points in between gathered together. So oíche fáilte roimh, Guillaume gach bannacht gach éine, na feidseoirí agus gach éine atá linn anocht. Ba bhaidlum a bhuíochas sa choranúil de TG Cahar atá ag tuairt clúdach cuimseach ní amháin anocht ach dard lithí I gcónaí agus támuid fíor bhuíoch. Agus ba bhaidlum buíochas an Chumann a choranúil don AIB Bank. AIB Bank have been very strong sponsors of the GAA for 27 years with both club and county, and we are absolutely delighted with that sponsorship. So tonight, on behalf of our Ard-Steward, Pháirc Duffy, who is with his own club in Scottstown in Monaghan tonight, he will soon be leaving his role, and we extend best wishes to him. I will soon be leaving the role as Uachtarán, and I want to send a special thank you to Siobhan Ní Cúna, or Joan Cooney, who has looked after Pháirc Duffy, myself as president, and 16 presidents before me, all the way back to the last century. So, míle buíochas, Joan. Míle buíochas, Joan, is go mara tú an céad. Agus báithlumm buíochas an Chumann a choranúil de Siobhan Brady, a dagrig agus a daibrig go dían chun anihan seo a rachtáil dúine. And finally tonight, in wishing you all well, It's important for all of us involved in promoting ladies' football, in camogie, in GAA, in promoting our language, to always remember, in the words of Ted Kennedy, that the work will always go on, the cause will always endure, the hope will never die, and the dream will live forevermore. Gurumai Hagav.
Nish Godin Ged Vuitor. Tá tionach mhór treis a bheith ag Seán McEntee chórsaí Lúthchleas i méil feriste agus Gradaim fud na hÉireann. Caithfhiorlach a gcomharla coachall na náisiúnta don sport. Bhí sé mar Uachtarán chomharla Lúthchleas na hÉireann ó 1993–96. For many years, both as a coach and an administrator of high regard, many of the players coached by Seán have gone on to win All-Irelands in handball. Seo go bh buaiteoir an Gradam Lúthchleas, Seán McEntee.
This club, St Paul's here in Belfast, every year we have one of the major tournaments, I would say, in the country, the Ulster Minor Tournament, and we get great crowds for it, and the teams, the club champions of each county come through, and this is their Croke Park. I got my All-Ireland medal years ago, but I think the real highlights would have been in the coaching scene, and from this club alone we have 3 girls who really went on to big things, and that was Fiona Shannon and her sister Siobel and another girl, Aisling Riley. They all went on to win world championships. Fiona's got 9 All-Ireland singles titles and about a dozen doubles titles, 6 of them with her sister. It was a bit difficult when you had 2 girls you knew and coached were playing each other, when you had to stand back and say nothing. I've enjoyed the whole experience, from committee level, playing level, coaching level. They've all had something to add down along the years, and when you see the number of coaches that are here in all the sports, it really is gratifying to see. I remember saying to a friend of mine one time, the GAA was almost too important for sport. It's in every single home and county and club throughout the whole of the country. It's the one individual organisation really that has us all, and that is the most magnificent thing of the GAA, that it brings everybody in north, south, east and west.
An fearr Chumann Lúthchleas and Cole Mail Ferriste, Seán McEntee. Ó 1997 tá Ger Murphy ina phríomhide i monscoil Naomh Olaf in Eisceart Chathair Lia. Gael ó thuchas nuair a tháinig sé go dtí scoil, bhí fás agus ferbert ar gluaithe mar chlocha ar a fadrínige ón gcéad lá a shiúil sé isteach. Since then, the school has played here in Croke Park, and it's also played no small part in strengthening the playing stock of the local club. Seo go bh buaiteoir an Gradam Uachtaráin, Ger Murphy.
We started here with no hurling or football. Started with my own class at 45 boys and girls. Discovered Chumann in Munskell, and they provided us with the equipment, and we took off from there. We've been in 27 or 8 Chumann in Munskell finals since then. Won about half of them. It's great. When I started the hurling here in '79, we decided we'd have some little honour at the end of the year. So we started a hurler of the year in this perpetual shield, and we've gone through all of that. And then we have the footballers, and the girls' footballers, and the camogie. We only started the camogie and the football about 10 or 12 years ago, so there isn't the same amount of history, but they've outshone the boys in the last 10 years because they've been in more finals than the boys have. When I did my interview here, all I wanted to do was introduce hurling and football to the school here. As a result of that, and with all the other local lads here, we founded the club. And that was in 1981, and look where it is now. And I think that that spirit that you find, I think it's unique to GAA clubs, permeates through the school. We have a lovely school here. There's a lovely atmosphere in it. There's a great, friendly, collaborative, cooperative sort of, and that's part, I think, of what the spirit of the GAA is. Those friends you make in the club stay with you forever. You can't put a price on that.
Búiteoir Gradam an Idachais mar sin Ger Murphy. Wicklow and Bray hurling owes a lot to Jackie Napier. Bhí sé buinteach le na Chumann emitig Bray agus gan áras leis a bhfurin Count Dé Chomá. Bhuaig an Chumann craobh amán in na minúr néúir ó 2004 agus trí chraobh seintir mar hacha sin idir 2014 agus 2016. And from a county perspective, he rarely misses a game, and as a former referee and selector, he sees the matches from every perspective possible. Seo go Búiteoir Gradam Chumann Jackie Napier.
Back in the early 50s, we were involved with a juvenile street league, I think, and that was the start of it. We had a juvenile committee at the time, and they elected me secretary of it. There were a lot of great workers here in the club, and they done the groundwork for it. They started off as under 8, and they were lucky enough to keep them together. They're still around, most of those players, and they have a big loyalty to the club. It's a community club, and we built on the community here. That's the team in 14. Fearghaill was captain. We won by a point, and it was a great day in Aogán. There was a great buzz about it. Retained again in 15. Mikey Lee was captain. We beat Carnew in the final. Come to 3 in a row then. The 2016 final went to a replay, and we won the replay comfortably against Carnew as well. I just think it's the greatest game in the world, hurling, and I'd go all over to look at it, and I have been in every county in Ireland with Wicklow teams. When we won the league one time, we went on a holiday to Lanzarote. So we had great times over the years. What it has given me is a lifetime of enjoyment. It's marvellous to go and look at a good hurling match, and I travel all over to look if I can at all. If the club is not playing, and I'd be in Thurles or in Kilkenny or in Cork maybe. To me, I absolutely love looking at a hurling match.
Ó Chumann emitig Bray an Uachtaráin Gradam an Uachtarán ó bhuachantag Jackie Napier. Bhí ról Fearghaill ag an iarmhúntóir bunscoil a Mary Kelly agus í ag chur cluichí corch an tosaigh i munscoil Lúthchleas i gan de Roscomáin. Idir chlub agus Count Dé tá na blianta cartacha agus í ag géirí fós a chur leis an sport sin. Training the school team to county titles and also working tirelessly to promote the game of rounders within and outside of Roscommon. An ocht cluisimid ó Búiteoir Gradam na cluichí car sin Mary Kelly.
Well, my role within the GAA was very connected to my role as a teacher and then as a principal at Castleplunket National School. Has anyone any idea? I came here teaching in 1979. At that time, the only organised sport was for boys, and there was very little for girls. And the particular girls we had were mad on sport. There was very little opportunity to show this. But the principal in a neighbouring school, his name is John Brady, decided to bring all the teachers together, and he introduced us to the sport of rounders and the rules. From that, we decided to have a tournament every year. And every year since 1994, that tournament has taken place. I think it was 1990 we managed to win the county championship with a group of girls who are now in their late 30s. The great thing about it was we had never managed to beat Ballintubber, who were really fantastic at the game, and to beat them was brilliant. And the other highlight would have been winning the Connacht final and getting to Mosney, where we got bronze medals. Rounders, I would have felt there was more fun attached to it, and people, past pupils you meet, seem to have lovely memories of their time playing rounders. And I also felt it was a very inclusive sport. Well done, everybody. That was great. So I think Miss Hegarty is going to bring you out and practice. Can I have it? The GAA was something I suppose we all grew up with, and it has huge benefits for rural communities like this. It's the one thing that unites everybody. There's great effort, I feel, to make it more inclusive, which is good. You have to do lots of practice, and you know that.
Dar lei be cheart doing ar fádaíar of the bhaint as cur seo hí Mary Kelly. So tá ceirc Gradam tu goach a going ag a buinte seo tá 8 ngradam fós le brunne ina meas Gradam Pelnaman, Comógíocht, an Gradam Idirnáisiúnta agus gan áras an Gradam Cluine. So go leor fós le teacht a brise le tógad in isise going fanna gíling. Fáiltearás, inis fanamid I Roscomáin don géad Gradam eile. Tréis demlíana tá Mary McAleer fós a buint tanmh agus sása vas a ról mar rúnaí bhórd Condé Roscomáin I Belnaman. Is omí posta tá líontacha ag leibhéal náisiúnta chomá ina measc is báldan goiste smachta I. And on the field of play, her greatest wish would be to see Roscommon ladies take their places at the top table and to return home someday with the Brendan Martin Cup. Búirteoir Gradam Pelnaman is Mary McAleer.
My role in ladies football at the moment is I'm Secretary of Roscommon County Board. This is my 10th year and has been really fulfilling. I've seen Roscommon ladies football go from strength to strength. My father had a huge influence on myself. He was a great GAA supporter. He was Secretary of St. Cronus. So myself and my brother used to spend a lot of time down the pitch with him, kicking football, and I just loved it. Women's football, it was called at the time, was starting to gain an interest in Offaly and Tipperary, and we were easily able to form a team from our own parish, Ballintubber-Ballymo, and from there we decided that we might form a county board, and I became chairperson of that county board. I suppose going back to the 70s, we had over 3,000 people in Hyde Park in Roscommon for the final against Cavan. We had a girl, Pauline Gibbons, who played with that team. She joined a nun's order in England, and it was an enclosed order, and they allowed her to come home for the final. And of course, journalists came from all over the country because they wanted to see this footballing nun. Well, I think it really has come on in leaps and bounds. Every county has ladies football teams. Attendances are increasing all the time. Phenomenal to see All-Ireland final day this year. And I think that's the future with ladies football, I really do. Little did we realise going back in '74 that this is the way it would be. You would never have envisaged it.
Ban atá thar bheith dílis dá sport agus is cosúiltas na maná rialta chomá lena candé chomá Mary McAleer. Thosaigh Margaret O'Leary Lacey amach ag immer comógaíochta le Alí na Buffery I Lochgarman. Tá sí suas agus gráiche do gach gné den gluthe. Tá 8 mán buirteacha thar na mblianta le Gaelin agus fuair sí Gradam All-Star in 1968 agus raníochaí iran an chéad sa bhliain 2024. A 3-time All-Ireland winner with both her club and her county, little wonder then. Her daughters Mary and Una have also played and won at the highest level with Wexford. Tá an Gradam comógaíochta buirte a nacht ag Margaret O'Leary Lacey.
The first highlight would have been in '68 when we played Antrim in Glengarriff up in North Antrim, and we were total underdogs. We won that match, and there was absolutely fantastic excitement because it meant that, you know, it was our first senior All-Ireland to be in. That's Mary McDevitt as well. Cheered me off at Croke Park after winning the All-Ireland. I won Club All-Irelands with Buffers Alley and won one with Onroe, won it in the same year. So it meant that we had, you know, they had won 2 All-Irelands in the 1 year, so that was really some highlight as well.
You played middle of the field, Margaret.
Yeah.
Was she actually good in it? She was extremely good.
It's fantastic to be involved in the sport, because you develop, you know, great friendships, and I don't know how I'd live without sport, because you'd like it and have a passion for it. And, you know, I was lucky to be able to achieve winning All-Irelands, and, you know, that for me, like, was absent. To represent your county, put your Wexford jersey on, like, it would mean so much. And of course, like, with the club that you'd be involved with, you're putting in so much. You know, that I was lucky to achieve so much with them as well.
Tá gach Gradam buirteacha mar imreoir an 8. Tá Gradam an Uachtaráin ag Margaret O'Leary Lacey. Lonathe idir Lochmasca agus na sléite Pártraí I Gandé Bhuio, tá Chumann tuairbhicéide Lonathe. Tá Patty Standúin I Aogán mar chahiarlachan le ceithre bliana nuas, agus tuigeann sí cé chotáchtachas atá an agriocht seo a bhaintú na Gaeltachta. Bhí Páirt Mhóracha le comórtas pelle na Gaeltachta a agrúán an bblion sicaite, ócáid a haringíon pelledóirí agus gailgóirí na tíre le na chéile, agus iadidir sár job ann. Seo go bh buaiteoir Gradam Chonacht, Patty Standúin I Aogán.
Bhí seamsa go mac rud éigin le haid muintir óg tuairbhicéide, go mac siad an tíoc le chéile, go mac cordjas acu le daoine eile. So bhirte mar a chorú dhéanúir clubthach agus an sin an ionad sport a thógáil taobh Fearghaill. Bhí éileamh óilmhór an le haid Páirt Pell nua chu maith mar bhí glór fearn an seo, bhí na lads sin seoigh immert taobh an muigs, bhí na lads óga géirí Páirt le haid tréáil chu maith le na Cailíní agus fearn na mrá freisin. The áit cos le tuairbhicéide tá sé ionintach mar in áiríre ní mé géirí ará nach bhfuil mór an seo ach gan an Chumann Lúthchleas Gael ní bhach mór. Bhí comórtas pelle na Gaeltachta an seo an bhliain sin háite agus dearadh go ionintach linn. Stocha mar chahiarlach Caiú gatainna chuneá le chéile ag obair mar fordan agus in áiríre ní raibh aon feidh amsa lei sin. Tháinig muintir na háite ar fad le chéile, bhí níos mó ná céad a brídeonacha agin. Chuir siad gaithe bhí acu tí Fearghaill go chomórtas pelle na Gaeltachta. Agus sin an rud is mór seas amach gomsa ná go bhfuil inis pólúdar an, go bhfuil muintir thuirmhicéad é muintir bailómhar ar fad ag obair a slámh chéile. Is rud anmhór an chum Lúthchleas Gael go thuirmhicéad é. Tá sé craoladh na daoine in áiríre agus craoladh ar phobal. Rinne mé an cordis agus tá cordi agam inis nach rá agam riomh agus le cúnaidir bheith sé dan go Joe.
Ó Chumann tuairbhicéad na Gaeltachta, tá Gradam chonacht ag taithí standúin í Aogán. Le níos mó ná 5 bliana nuas tá saol Séamus O'Hare fitte fuairte is saol an Chumann Lúthchleas Gael. Ó chlub nef colm cille in níorthar bhéil feriste ó thuachas, nuair a tháinig deire a ré an Chumann sin fuair Séamus an cuire óna chara Patsy Donnelly le tapgadín glub Néomh-Óin, fuair an eile a bhí lonathe sa chathair. Go gearan í dhéasan bhí ról móraige sa chlub agus é mar rúnaí agus Ghradaim mar réiteoir. A man who's often been part of the matchday experience here in Croke Park is one of the many volunteers who help coordinate events. Tá Gradaim Ulla buaite ag Séamus O'Hare.
My role in GAA goes back maybe 50-odd years. I'm now 80. I love the kept on refereeing. Loved it. Loved refereeing. My formative years were spent in the Isle of Man. My father was a Manxman and came to Belfast, married my mother, and I think he was the only GAA Manxman in the country. And there's a little anecdote about that, in that the first shinty match was played between Ireland and Scotland, was played in the Isle of Man. And then word got through to Croke Park that I had Manx blood in me, and they appointed me to do the shinty match, the first shinty match. So that was a bit of a privilege for me.
What's all the old hands you say?
Tommy Hawk or wrestling, Mr. Mickey. One of the greatest highlights was winning of our under-21 All-Ireland in 1969. That team, in my opinion, was worthy of winning a senior All-Ireland, but unfortunately the troubles broke out, and we had quite a few of our members interned. You know, it was a sad time. I think it's the greatest organisation in the world. I've enjoyed my involvement and coming near the end of my days, but I'll keep on going as long as the good Lord wants me to do. And of course, the likes of our chairman here, Jerry McCann, he's a hard taskmaster. He'd find something for me to do. If you were to ask me would I do it again, I most certainly would, because the camaraderie is just fantastic. And the friendship you make in this association is just phenomenal.
Ó bhéil feriste tá Gradaim Ulla buaite an 8 Séamus O'Hare. Well, díreach le mearúdaí bheith lucht féchanna go mbeidh ar ais le GAA beo a rís de mórach le cluichí leithcheannis na globanna ina máint, dé dánig is cuasaí stratha a bheith amach roing chomá. Ach le ceire Gradam an Uachtaráin fós le bronna an 8, tréise bhrise beag seansa going chomá fechad ar chlár eile atá teachta níos an soir TG Gahar sin léachra Gael a bheith á chréile a ríist ag deireadh na míosaise. So brise bháin eile agus beidh ar ais le ríist de Pháirc an Chrócaigh Sarabhad fannig ile. Fáilte roimh ais go Pháirc an Chrócaigh don go deireanach de Ghradaim an Uachtarán anocht. Níos mar a dúirt mé libh ribh mrise, tá sreat nua a chuid léachra Gael le tasnú ag deireadh bhí fiabhra. Cúig chlár ar fad a bheith ann, Uachtaráin an ceann a bheith ag gceist chomá agus seo atá amach rowing.
What advice would you give yourself now if you could go back?
Shut your mouth.
She'd always have stuff ready for us, lovely spuds and butter and bacon and stuff, and sitting on the top of the range.
Teacher looked at me and he said, Mrs, he said, go home and cut at least 6 inches off that hurl and come back again.
I was told probably just calm down a small bit when you're trained, but I'm fine now because you can't do things like that anymore.
And you'd see your father peering in over the fields, and here he'd be watching over you. So there was often days where I came back from school and he said, you weren't very good today. Always in a good way, but always pushing me.
I suppose one of the old sayings that people always say to them, I'll die happy now because of this, you know, and I always reminded them, why not live happy because of it? Why bother to die because it's happened, you know, go and live happy because of it. And I think that's what we need to think about, live happy because you were around when this day happened.
They got 2 big television screens and they kept showing the row. Oh, Irish beef, this is what Irish beef does for you. Do you know what I mean?
But you know when it's not working out for you, you can't go from driving the bus to sitting halfway down the bus. You have to get off the bus. So one driver, so you get one chance at it, you get one chance of sitting at the top, and when it's over, it's over. And if you're not good enough, you have to get off.
Is he mad? Like, we got beaten in the quarter-final last year, like, of the county, and he thinks we've 8 steps in All-Ireland. I said, this fella's mad anyway.
I think we were all afraid of Brian. You'd be very concerned about what he thought and what he felt.
Anybody out there impress you?
Yeah, I thought I just scored the goal for number 5 for Meath.
Graham Garrity.
Yeah, Graham Garrity, that's right. I was trying to get his name there. Thought he did very well.
So cúig chlár ar fad a bheith ann mar sin, Mickey Hart, Henry Shefflin, Aisling Thompson, Graham Garrity, agus Lar Corbett a bheith gceist agus tá áthas ar mar aga bhfuil Lar take chun leirting an an Ardán. Lar, let us talk about buses in that video. You better explain what that was about.
Well, I suppose that came about in the question was asked in sport and it being about it at the top. And I just think when you get to the top of your sport, you have a chance to drive the bus. You're at the top, right? Or you're a leader on the team. But you can't go from being a leader on the team to sitting back down halfway down the bus. That doesn't happen. So you lead for the few years that you're there, and when it's over, be prepared to get off the bus. Some people try and sit in the back seat halfway down, and it just, to me, it doesn't work. You get one chance to lead, you get one chance to go to the top. You do everything that you can to get there, and after that, then you have to say thanks very much. Your time is over.
You had 2 All-Irelands, one in 2001 and one coming towards the tail end of your career. When you won the one in 2001, did you think it was going to be 9 years or whatever it was until you won another? And do you think overall were you happy with what you achieved and the Tipperary team achieved in that time?
Well, first of all, I'll answer the question as regards would I been happy what I achieved for Tipperary. I would have been disappointed what I achieved, and I would have been disappointed for the years that we were there. 15 years, what we achieved, 2 All-Irelands in 15 years, to me is not good enough. It's not a good enough return. In 2001, yeah, we did think we were going to be there. We thought we were going to be there for the following year and the year after, and that didn't happen. But year on year after that, it actually got harder to get back. And that was very strange and very hard. And a man is in the room here, he came back in at the end of 2007, beginning of 2008 was Liam Sheedy, and he got the bus going, he got everyone on the bus, he got the right people on the bus, and he got us where we wanted to go.
Busy bus.
So that's what I have to say, is that's what he done, he got us where, and it was at the time you have to remember that Kilkenny were the team out there. Kilkenny were the main team. It took so hard to try and come up to their level. We got there nearly in 2009, we got there in 2010, and I won't say then he got off the bus, but and I'm looking down at him here now.
And I'd say the conversation will continue into the night, Lar.
Well, this is my first time bringing it up in front of a room of 400 or 500 people.
All right. Mahu, Lar Corbett, Gurmila Mahagat, Lar. Okay, so sin léir Gael a tachta níos ag deir na míosa. An isir as go Gradam an Uachtarán. Is ó chlub clochaníile in úna ngá lei Seán ó Harcan ó Rúchas. Hosig sé macha múntóireacht a gan dé bhuió, agus dhéan sé a chuid le Cumann chrosfuilíana sa chan dé, don good is mó mar ifigach cadrah paibli. I meas na núl go sí a bhí aige, dail sig Seán lear blian túil den glob, feag breis is de mbliana, rud a bhí nachchatíanta golóir ag an nán. Réitóir ag levéal idir chan dé feag tréimhse, inis is fearghaithne mar chahiarlach chuiste náisiúnta comórtas pelle na Gaeltachta. Seo goibh bútóir an Gradam Gaelge, Seán ó Harcan.
Well, ag fáas suas an níor thuisceart tíor chonail, gantach le hin níl a bhí sam agónaí agan. Mar lead zága, champion háit a bhí sam agónaí agan an Cumann Lúthchleas Gael agus go háirithe a bhóran go na ngáil. Agus an sin, is táithí go deach meiste níos mó a Cumann Lúthchleas Gael nar a hanig me go Chrosfuilíne a leir na seachtaí. Agus bhí má páirte an sin le Cumann Chrosfuilíne agus bhí má mar Africa Caidir Poblí leis an Cumann sin agus bhí Cumann Láidir an agus Cumann a bhí an a bhí rátalte go maiid agus agrithe go maiid. Agus ag an náam sin bhí meid pléistácha le leabhar na bliana ná an yearbook mar a thug me deir agus chuir sílan jigin acu sin le na heile. Mar a hálaíonn go minic hit me stelle an réiteachcht de hempiste. Agus chaime timpil 5 bliana agus fina mar sin ag plé leis an réiteachcht.
Tá seo tachtar a bhil sé go dtí 9 deargacht agus a 5. Agus sin bronú ar aniu a réitearí an seo ma jó ag an náam.
Hit me stelle commartas pell na Gaeltachta agus chaim mar ag bhfuil meas mór go mar an commartas chéana. Bhain an tainneamh mór as na cluichí a bhín ó siúil agus go háirithe agus an rud is tábhachtaí an úsáide bhaintear as an Ghéalaige le linn cruníthe agus le linn an commartas chéan. Agus tá sé gcónaí de spóla le daoine na cantar Gaeltachta éagsúil ar fud na tíre, híar, thuaidh, hear agus háas.
Agus an comórtas pelle a dul ó náirt go náirt an ocht á Gradam an Uachtarán buirte ag Seán ó Harcan. Sin chéadrád íon Séamus King nuair a tháinig sé go caiisiil móin in 1965 ná gur thosna sé i dul go dtí na cluichí Gaealacha. Chhlach sé ról mar ifigach cadrah paibli ar Chumann caiisiil rí chormach ar dús, agus bhí sé mar chahiarlach ar feadh 8 mbliana ar a Cumann, ré inar éirighlutha craobh na móin a bhuachant. A former winner of the McNamee Award, his written work includes chairing the team that compiles the annual Tipperary GAA yearbook. An ocht tá Gradam an Uachtarán de chuig go móin á bhuachant ag Séamus King.
Chairman for about 8 years in the club. During that period, we had one of the great periods in Cashel and Cormacs because we won a senior hurling championship for the first time. That was in '91, and it was a time when we had a great conjunction of talent involved in the club, and it was a great high point actually of the club. There is a great effort being done at the moment at underage level to try and maybe recapture the glory days of the 90s. If I am not going to games or if I'm not talking about it, I'm writing about it, and the writing of games is probably the most important part of my life now. I was writing about my greatest love, you know, my greatest interest in life was the games of hurling and football. It was a natural thing, a natural progression. I continue to write today, and if I don't write between 500 and 1,000 words in a day, I don't believe I have lived. What's my own favourite part of the GAA? I suppose really sitting in Croke Park on All-Ireland Day with Tipperary there and winning.
Scríb nóir agus starí crothanta Séamus King. Go dtín Gradam idirnáisiúnta in Isling. For centuries, there have been strong links between Ireland and Argentina, and generations of Irish people have, over the years, called Argentina their home, while remaining faithful to their Irish culture. The McAllister family settled in Buenos Aires many years ago, and our next winner grew up there, has worked closely with the hurling club there too, and he was an integral part of the All-Star trip which travelled to Argentina 9 years ago. Inniuh tá sé Airashim lá cléaling an buaiteoir idirnáisiúnta de Gradam an Uachtaráin is Dickie McAllister.
The game was very, very important at the beginning of the 20th century, very, very important, with many teams all around Buenos Aires. I remember as a young boy listening to our parents talk about when they play for different teams. For example, my father played for Fearghaill boys. My grandfather played for Byron William Brown, no? We remember listening to their stories. For the Second War, it was impossible to get the hurleys, the commands in Buenos Aires, so it was so sad the game died.
Yo, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Our dream was to get back the Gaelic game to Buenos Aires. So in 1990s, we start again. We can say now that the Clash of the Ash is back in Buenos Aires. Nearly 500,000 people of Irish heritage living in Buenos Aires. We call our dear hurling club, we call it a piece of Ireland in Buenos Aires. This is the Dublin shirt, my country shirt, Nowadays our club is more or less 2,000 members. From those members, 50% may be of Irish heritage. This one, the summer camp, and beside over there, it was one of the first summer camps. Imagine more or less 100 children. I remember very well George O'Connor telling the children the story of Culcullen. And the boys with the eyes like this, no? Listening to George. Incredible.
An Gradam an Uachtarán idirnáisiúnta, tiltte go maithfidh Dickie McAllister. And finally, to the Family Award, named in memory of Dermot Earley, the Roscommon great, and which each year is presented to a family for their special contribution to the fabric of the GAA. Is anam anna ahanta Meehan is sail an Chumann Lúthchleas Gael. For Michael Meehan o Chealtrach na Gaillimhe a chéad ceach de bell o Chiaíoch a bhí mar bhúntóirige sna néide Craogadí. As sonamach bhí baint mórige le na Chumann agus bhí sé mar bháil de fanéal na Gaillimhe a bhuaig cluiche canis minúr na hÉireann in 1960. Little wonder then that the next generation of the Meehan clan have left an indelible mark on club and county football. The Caltra team that won the AIB Club Championship here in 2004 featured no less than 6 Meehans, and the late Mairead also played for club and county. Im Bliana, tá Gradam Cluine Dermot Earley a dul chuig Clownie Fearghaill as Caltrach I gContae na Gaillimhe.
So I was always interested in football and in the club. Like the club was very, very small when I was a young fella. In fact, I was the treasurer when I was 17 years of age, and that's almost 60 years ago now.
When I got married anyway, I married a GAA man, so that was it. That was from then on I was supporting them all the time.
First introduction she had to the GAA was we got married on the 2nd of August, 1969. I'm nearly sure it was the Connacht replay between Galway and Mayo and Castlebar. So that's where we started our honeymoon the morning after. I burned out 3 or 4 cars driving young fellas to matches. I have no regrets. I remember when they were going to a match and the rest, oh, there's 3 in Castlebar, there's nobody to collect them. There were no mobile phones then. So I turned around, did the U-turn, and sure, 3 went into the boot and there was 9 in the passenger seats. I went to Kilconnell and the referee was giving out. We were a bit late, but I said, you don't realise what I have gone through. But anyway, I got more out of that than money could buy. Not alone from our own lads, but you know, the young fellas in the parish. And It was great. It was a great life. The GAA, there's no friend like a GAA friend. None. There's no. Wouldn't be contradicting that. The GAA friends are great, but where you meet them again years afterwards, there's a great bond there.
Oh, the day they won the club final. That was the best day, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. To me, it was for culture, like, you know. Yeah.
There was a complete shutdown in this parish. Everybody was in Croke Park.
Obair de mblianta agus thar chúpla gluúin denta ag clowní bhíocháin, Buatóirí, Gradam, Cluine, Dermot Early. Inis cóthardachas le beidir go bhain focail a bheith agam le Bert and Clown ar a gédal sios. Michael Senior, you might come over to me here. What's tonight about for you, for the Meehan clan?
Well, I say, first of all, it's a big change since the first time I came to Croke Park in 1957 on a Morris Minor. And we turned and the keys and faced for home and parked the car outside the four courts for fear we get lost. Tonight is a wonderful occasion for myself and my wife, and if it weren't for her, there'd be no meetings. So it's time she got.
And you must be very proud as well of what your sons and Mairead indeed achieved with the club and with the county down the years.
Well, I am extremely proud, I suppose. Although I was told when I go to school you shouldn't be proud of anything, but I'm a bit proud of them, all right. I'm also proud of our club and our county in Galway, and I'm glad that our club are represented here tonight, and I appreciate that. Also, the county board are here, so we appreciate that. Thank you very much. I have a brother here from Wigan, Tadhg. I'm glad to see him here, and some of his family, and Seamus as well. So we remember, of course, those that are gone. We remember Mairead tonight, and may she rest in peace.
Míle mágat and Michael Meehan. Agus Loman sa inis tá duine des na léachra sin a chonicimar ag immert in san glár beánaí níos tuisce Michael Óg a bhuaigh craobh na hÉireann le cealtra chohíle sa ceathair. Michael, I want to ask you about that. It's only a couple of weeks until we'll be here for the club finals. That memory from 2004 must still be pretty vivid and special for you.
It definitely is, Micheál, and I suppose it kind of comes in waves at different times, but obviously a lot of time has passed now, and there's not too many of us left playing anymore, so you're maybe clinging on to the memories, but just a fantastic achievement. And when you see the calibre of the club that has gone on to win it, and maybe more so failed to win it, it just makes the achievement more special.
I suppose, to put things into context, Caltra kind of came out of the blue in the previous couple of years, didn't she? Now, I don't know where you're at now exactly. Have you gone back into the blue, or are you still holding firm in Galway? But for a small club, I mean, maybe just describe the effort that it took to get a pretty small panel of players together and to go all the way to defeat the Gaeltacht here. Yeah,
you have it in one. Club that came up from senior in '97 and won our first, or came up to senior in '97 and won our first senior title ever in 2003, followed on by iconic success a few months later, followed on by what happened here in the following March on St. Patrick's Day, and it's just it's off the charts really. But I suppose at the time, luckily, we didn't really pause to think about it too much, because if we did, we might have just got carried away at that time and not fulfilled the potential that was there. But it was just, there was a collection of families and a good strong club behind us, and things fell into place. But it's all about, I think, a little bit of geography and a little bit of history, the right place at the right time, and thankfully those things fell into place for us, and more importantly, we capitalised on it, because standing here tonight, the All-Ireland Club final looks a long, long way from from us, but you know, then again, things can change, things run in cycles, but we're just very grateful that when we got there, we smashed and grabbed and took it home.
You certainly did. You all look as if you could play as well on St. Patrick's Day. Clowny Fearghaill, gur míle maith agaibh go léir. Okay, so Dara Beagnach Denta going and saw a bark on the Chrócaigh ach Sarah Nermid Slán live, Shah Vegatacht and Dara Shachten the Shah TG Car. De Saring, Bamidna Tachu Bio, Stad Simple and Nurlasela, Le Rochle Densko, Na Piercing and Ike Schlachnail and Cleh Amlon of Fort Farnell or Douche, August and Son, Ostad Simple, Cola, and the Cora of Vlin Chicata, and I common Liami Vueliasa, Da Oit Sachlekanish, or Foil, das Nabuitori, and Son is Denisa Tranon, a big rugby bio going, August and Pro a Cahardiag, and Cleh Amlon, either Vua, August, Zebre, Nahidola. Agus dé dánig be ceirech le going rá cheannach go bio an chéad ceann I bell na man an stra Lidl idir Gael agus muo be peladori ferran an dách an dé going díobh begáí níos déine an son sa trí about it an trachamórtas pella Allianz agus an son be hách le iarmheo going ó bhauta trí na pella. Muoinecháin in Aikirí agus chá éan na há lurga géad buan na stratha im Líana Caildara in Aikiro. Fan Carcador mar sin tá deire builtiling an sá I barc an Chrócaigh ach Sarah Nermid Slán live an sa hanocht an sá taobhlam tá Uachtarán a Chumann Lúthchleas Gael mar is Aogán ó Fearghaill agus Aogán seohé an ceann deirnach go gutsa tá tú críochtnathe mar Uachtarán I gceann cúpla seachtain leis an cógáil nua don lucht féchanna sa bhaile agus das na daoine atá sa seomran so just mínig cén tácht atá buint leis an oíche seo.
Well, mar dúirt mé go tús, seo ceann go na híchanta is mó atá agan é Chumann Lúthchleas Gael. Tá lán eibrí Jónacha agin fud na tíre agus an isir fud na crunne. Agus seo híchanta aionmuid an chance an deis buíochas a gáil don na daoine sin agus is ihe starúil ihe mór é seo. Agus baithil am a buíochas a choranúil da na eibrí Jónacha go léir fud na tíre ach go háirithe na daoine atá an seo hanocht na buaiteoirí na daoine a tháinig agus a fuair na Ghradaim agus a thógleo anocht a glynne agus a globanna agus a gáirde go léir. Seo iad na daoine a chóir Chumann Lúthchleas Gael sa náit sin an bhfuilimiid. Tá muid ag fás in aig na bliana tá an ballríocht is mó ná mar bhí aganne a riamh I wad níos mó daoine ag immert cluichí agus tá siad ag fás in aig na bliana méid daoine a hagan hon na cluichí agus a aircan isteach na cluichí. Go bhhar na daoine atá an seo hanocht. Seo iad na daoine a thógan agus a bhunig agus a chuirdan Chumann Lúthchleas Gael sa náit láidir in a bhfuil si.
Is kind of leart le ribgur capach tú de Uachtarán ag comórtas pell na Gaeltachta in Ghuidor mas bún Macuine agus bhí dóchas a go tam cinnte ag an am sin cadí na rudaí gur bhalam denmh agus mé imime Uachtarán dá bhain an sean sin. An dóileach gur cholíonnig tú an trí bliain sin tháinaidir sa tlí hastig uait agus ibrig sé amach.
Seo daibrig, tá áthas ar manis go bhfuil an club tá túsáte níos ag an club agus ní raibh gcónaí, but bhí gcónaí, but I lán daoine beidir nach ghacha siad é sin. Tá túsáte ag an club ar aine atá ag caint faoi Chumann Lúthchleas Gael agus ag fearcart isteach orinne. Cían siad gurs na clubanna an áite bhfuil an fuinneamh. Sin an áite bheal an daoine isteach chun ar globanna agus sinné an áite hagan na cluine go léir le chéile agus tá anna hásta ar fad faoin méid atá arsúlan ar globanna. Na tá dúthláin roin agus tá deacreachtaí aganne agus níl sé éasca na lán clubanna go bhfar lán rudaí atá arsúla amach an sin. Ach Tám dóchasach as na clubanna agus dóchasach as na daoine atá an seo hanocht mar seo iad na daoine a chuirtí muid a raig.
All right, well, cóhard agus leat as an trí bliain agus go éirí leat sa chéad chabad leile Aogán. So, Aogán ó Fearghaill mar sin Uachtarán a Chumann Lúthchleas Gael. Right, so sin é uinge ar fadan sa barc an Chrócaigh. Bhálinn cóhardachas a dhéanamh éonar amháin eile leis na búitóirí go léir a bhíonn sa hanocht going agus cuimid gachrá ar an obair atá fós á dhéanamh acu amach an sa. Go raibh le chéile a ríist uinge ar fad í bhagah.